that's Mauritius. I could be wrong. Apologies if that's not the case. Mr. Gun Idrai and his service judge from Thailand, Ms. Thanuap Karapat. So Lee Chong-wei, no doubt, Steen, he's coming towards the end of a glittering career. He'll be 35 in a few months' time. Former world #1. In fact, I'm not sure if he holds the record, but he was ranked #1 in the world through 2008, 2012 for 199 weeks.
Lee Chong-wei, Malaysia.
199 consecutive weeks as world #1. That's, I don't know of anyone longer than that, Steen, do you?
No, I don't know, but I doubt it. I must say,
Lee Chong-wei to serve.
I can't think of who it should be.
Play.
Well, it's Lee Chong-wei at the bottom of your screens there in the white and blue with the opening serve and the opening point.
1, love.
Good shot.
Oh, great control of the net, the backhand cross from Lee Chong-wei. He shaped for so long to hold the straight net and forced Bryce Levedes very late.
Excellent. Excellent attack and follow-up.
3, love.
Well, he took the shuttle so early on both occasions, but that follow-up round the head. Such explosive power in those legs.
He's maintained a lot of his speed, acceleration, Lee Chong-wei. It's amazing for a 35-year-old. We have some measurements from the Danish team that suggested that during the career a player gains 8 to 10 kilos of muscles. So maintaining the same speed, that's an accomplishment. Close to the same speed. Remarkable footwork he's got, Chong-wei.
Yeah, remarkable indeed. He's without doubt my favourite singles player to watch. He always has been, Lee Chong-wei. And he's such a lean individual, like you say. He is a lot bigger, muscular than he used to be, say, 10 years ago. But what training he must go through to keep himself in that kind of shape.
Good shot. Nothing in his jump or his body posture, his racket movement indicates that this is going to be a cross. And Levedes is left stranded in the middle of the court.
Yeah, absolutely. All he could do was watch.
This is one of the things I don't like. I don't like these deceptions. They're fun to watch, but inefficient when it matters. And when it matters for Chong-wei, that's when he's playing in Dan or Chen Long.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost an overconfidence.
It's a bad habit, in my opinion, because he knows that he probably has the skills, the pure skills to win the matches anyway, even if he puts in a couple of loose shots. The problem is that these loose shots are the ones costing him when he wants it the most, when he's in the finals. Because there are no loose shots from Lin Dan and Chen Long in the finals that they've played him and beaten him.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And Long, no, holding.
Well, good judgment from Lee Chong-wei, good accuracy on that
Service over.
forehand lift.
5-4.
Difficult corner to keep the shuttle in play, with some slight drift from left to right and also from the bottom to the top of your screens. Great defense from Chong-wei.
Long.
Service over. 5-all.
A very nice start for Levades.
Yeah, the initial few points looked like Chong-wei was in total control and such confidence, but good fighting spirit, like you said at the beginning of the game, from Bryce Levedere. Such a hard-working
He read
player.
that shot there. Wasn't able to return it
Service
though.
over. 6-5.
There's going to be some nerves on Chong-wei's side as well. I mean, practicing up until World Championships and getting started and see where he stands. And he's got his old coach back on the chair.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing a replay of that if that's at all possible. Certainly the shuttle caught the net, but did his racket? Maybe not. The net moved so much. Either way, Bryce Levedere wins the point with ease with that kill, and
Very
no,
hard
the
to
shot
see.
looked clean, didn't it, from Chong-wei?
Very hard to see in the replay. Oh,
Well, surely, Steen, at some point in his career, Chong-wei needs to pick up what is considered a major tournament. So close, so often in the Olympics and in the World Championships. And he's never quite made it. Do you think this could be his year?
I don't think so, but I would be pleased if he was to win a major title. I mean, he's worked so hard for it, but that's what's going to be so interesting in this tournament, to see if he comes with something more, something else than what he's come with in all the other finals that he's lost. If he doesn't come with anything else, then I don't think he's going to win.
Play.
But we just got a picture of the two Malaysian coaches, Hendrovan, former Indonesian world champion, and Misbah Sidek, back with the Malaysian team.
Bad judgment this time from Chong-wei. That was very easily in the court,
Service over.
leaving that one in hope more than anything. No need to, he was so well in position. I mean, look, he's just standing there waiting and watching, not even close to the back line.
No. But I think that's fine that he lets it drop. Here we have the coaches Hendrovan to the left in blue, and Misbah Sidek, out of the famous badminton family. And I might then take a look on the baseline here in the beginning of the first game and see where he's at.
Oh, look at that composure from Chong-wei, in some trouble and just seems to walk out of it. Take the straight smash wide of the singles line.
And I hope that he'll gear up soon Chung Wei, because this is exactly what is not working when he's playing against Chen Long and Lin Dan. He's not controlling the rallies. He's reacting to the shots of the opponent, and eventually the opponent makes a loose shot that he can capitalize on, like there, for instance.
Perfect example.
And he will win the rally within 1 or 2 attacking shots. That is not going to be the case against Chen Long or Lin Dan. Because they will work him around the court, and they will be patient, and their shot quality is better. Not necessarily one shot for each player, but 2, 3, 5, 8 shots in a row. Their overall shot quality is better than Chung Wei's, and they're not going to make these opportunities for him. He's going to have to earn his own opportunities, and if he's not capable of doing that, he's going to lose.
Service over. 9, 8.
And I don't know, I might have to
10.
revise my initial statement about the Brice Leverde's chances, because I thought that Chung Wei would stamp his mark on him, but he's been playing really well in my opinion, and seems really, really fired up. He seems exactly to be where he wants to be, playing with energy and passion and giving everything he's got, playing his chance. That's beautiful to see. Good shot.
Great shot, forehand, so late from Brice Leverdes. Yeah, absolutely, Steen. I think Lee Chong Wei might be hard to admit it, but I think he's perhaps underestimated Brice Leverdes today. He almost started the match looking too confident, a few early winning shots, but since then doesn't seem to have really put in the effort to take control of the rallies, and like you say, it's letting Brice Leverdes play at the moment, and Brice is working hard and playing very well, and he deserves this 11-8 lead at the mid-game interval.
Both 1, 20 seconds. Both 1, 20 seconds. Play.
Flick serve from Brice Leverdes gets Chong Wei on the back foot, but he's able to come out of it with some fantastic net play.
Service over. 9, 11.
Leverdes' shot spun a little bit away from the net.
Play.
Well, that looked a little laboured from Chong Wei. He could have perhaps gone round the head, but it doesn't matter. Some great skill on that forehand once more, disguising the cross-court drop shot, taking the pace off.
Good play. And there it is.
Service over. 12.
Yeah, he was in very early to play that tight spinning net shot.
In the fashion business as well, outside of badminton, Levade's got his own shirt brand. He's good at relying totally on badminton.
I haven't heard of Rothstein, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Sometimes he uses fellow men's singles players to promote it. It's going all right. Challenge.
Well, perhaps a wasted challenge, Steen. That looks very wide to me.
Ball out.
I suspect Chong Wei is using the opportunity of the challenge to just regroup, take on some fluids, dry down, and just get himself back together, because the momentum, it seems at the moment for me, is more with Levades than it is with Chong Wei.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Yeah.
14, 10. Play. One challenge remaining.
Well, challenge unsuccessful as we expected. Bryce Levades 4 points in front of Lee Chong Wei, 14-10. Lee Chong Wei hasn't yet adjusted to that drift we spoke of.
15.
Good example of that drift just there. That was about 3 or 4 inches wide of that sideline from left to right.
That's the shot that he thrives on, Chong Wei, when the opponent gets a little bit inaccurate.
Yeah, took that very early, that jump out. Drive down to the backhand corner.
Yeah, and I mean, it sounds so easy when we're sitting up here with great view and no shortage of breath or anything. But it would have been so easy for Levade's just to lift a little bit higher. Wouldn't have given. Good shot. Good shot. We have to admit that.
It was a good shot, yes.
And of course, Chong Wei, he can play badminton. He's shown that. He's very steady customer in the Super Series tournaments. But against the best Chinese players, his record is not that good.
No, we all thought he might have had a chance at the Rio Olympics after coming through that amazing semi-final with Lin Dan.
It was a tough semi-final.
It was.
I think it took its toll on both Lin Dan and Lee Chong Wei. But very convincing by Chen Long. Ooh, missed that one, please.
14,
There it is.
15.
Well, 2 unforced errors for Bryce Levades.
15. All.
And you wouldn't want to have a 4-point lead and then throw away.
No, it was 5 quick points and
Yeah.
absolutely no time. Oh, there's a challenge.
Well, the line judge took her time
Levade's
to
challenge.
consider the decision. I think it was a good decision. We'll soon see
Uh,
confirmed on Hawkeye.
We're sitting exactly over that line, but we're sitting so high up here that it's really, really hard for us to judge correctly.
And I'm going to go with an inch or so wide. Yeah, there we go. Very close
Challenge
call. Very good
unsuccessful.
judgment from Lee Chong-wei.
One challenge remaining. 16-15. Play. Service over.
Stop that
16.
6-point run. Reese with a very, very good net shot.
Well, a great relift from that smash for Lee Chong-wei. And that one's long of the back line of an inch or two again.
17-16.
Levedez now finding it difficult to keep the rally going as long as he had done previously. Well, the finger in the air from Bryce Levedez, and why not? Chong-wei going for the ambitious cross net. Well, inch perfect, both with the spinning net shot from Chong-wei, setting up the short lift.
18-17.
Power smash straight down the left-hand channel.
Service over. 18 all.
Well, a confident lead from Bryce Levedez. That one a good 6 inches or so out the back. He's managing to stay with Chong-wei, who caught him midway through the second half of this game. Oh, good pick up from Chong-wei. And what a smash. Levedez did well to get so far back in court. Chong-wei was always going to hit hard from that lift. He's shaped to, but he leaves the decision to go cross so late in his body movement that it's very difficult to assume or take a guess, and you have to cover both channels. But with that accuracy and power, that's never coming back, and it's Chong-wei still ahead, 19-18.
Well played. Yeah, looked like he had a read on that one. The Frenchman.
19 all.
Ah, maybe not. Just really quick on it.
Oh, and Chong-wei's going for the lines now. Suddenly,
20.
the swing
10
in
point,
momentum
19.
back with the Frenchman. And who'd have thought we'd be saying Bryce Levedez serving game point. Well, I was about to say Chong-wei will need to be careful here, but the opportunity is gone. Great pressure from Bryce Levedez.
First game won by Bryce Levedez. 21-19.
21-19 scene, you'd have to argue Bryce Levedez deserved that.
He definitely do, and I have to eat my words. He's been playing brilliantly. Been playing absolutely fantastic with heart and passion. And I still think that Cheng Wei will end up the winner of this match, but it's become a much more even game, and I'm not really willing to bet that much on it anymore.
Yeah, he really took the game to Lee Chong Wei, and he's trying to take him on at the net, using all four corners. Just playing with a good attitude and a good choice of shots.
Offering some advice here. You see Bryce Levedez, he doesn't make use of a coach. He's not practicing in the French national team. He's practicing as an independent player, maybe to be able to tailor his daily schedule after his shirt business.
Do you understand French? No? Pardon? Do you understand French? Oui. Qu'est-ce qui est jaune et qui attend? Jonathan.
Both 20 seconds. Both 20 seconds.
Well, as you can see there, the shuttle placement from Lee Chong Wei and the smashes, those that have been returned,
Second game.
those that have not been returned, favouring heavily that side of the court. Those winners there in green. And only two on the opposite side, so I wonder whether Bryce Levedez is able to interpret that during the match, Steen, whether he and his coach are able to spot that and try and favour that kind of side of the court in defence. Surely it's...
His coach isn't, because he's not there.
Where is Peter Geller?
Yeah,
I
he's
saw him
not
on the
there.
coast this morning. He should be sat behind Bryce right now.
No, that was exactly what I mentioned, that he's playing independently in France, and he's not practicing with the national team.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. But I guess he should have a hunch that Cheng Wei is smashing mostly, or was smashing mostly to his forehand side. Now, it's interesting to see how the pattern is here in the second game, because is it because he thinks that Levedez's forehand side is a little bit weaker, or is it because he wants to keep it away from that side drift in the other side of the court? So that perhaps statistics could give us a hunch about that when we finish the second game. But there were some mistakes as well from Cheng Wei. I remember a shot much like the one we saw Levedez use here that went wide, and
Service over.
that's interesting also to see the ratio, because I mean, if you hit a lot of winners, that's nice, but it doesn't really matter if you hit even more losers. So the interpretation is really important. That's perfect play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we take a contrast perhaps in the previous match we saw with Chen Yufei in the women's singles. Didn't really go for that many winners, but such a controlled style. She's unlikely to make many errors either. So it's just a style choice perhaps. Cheng Wei, I'd say today at least, he's hitting more errors and a few more winners than perhaps we'd normally see.
Oh, he took the net.
A pick up from Bryce Levedez. Oh, it's Cheng Wei down now in defence. What a rally.
Gone wide, yeah.
Well, is he going to challenge? No.
Service over. 4-3.
Takes a look back at somebody perhaps in the crowd watching before him, asking whether they thought it was wide. So he's got some support, Steen, perhaps just a colleague, a fellow player down in front of us in the stands. But the right decision either way. That was indeed wide, but great defense from both men. There perhaps some of his French teammates in the stand behind, supporting Bryce Levedez. They perhaps look like Italian players. In fact, I'm not sure whether friends of Bryce or whether he's got help elsewhere. But like you say, Steen, independent player, no coach behind him from the national team.
He's got to come up with something more, Lee Chong-wei, and now is a good time to do it, because if he doesn't create a little gap, then as time goes by, Bryce Levedez gets even more fired up, I think, and can't be shaken off lightly. Perfect placement here, though. Good shot, and it comes as a surprise to Chong-wei and creates a mistake.
Yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion Chong-wei was expecting an easier match today. Doesn't seem to be. Perhaps underestimated his opponent.
Yeah, but that makes no sense. I mean, you don't prepare for easy matches at the World Championships against an opponent that you've lost once to. And it's not that many players that Chong-wei have lost to. There's a lot of players that he's beaten up over and over again.
Plum on the line. That one didn't quite make it over the net. Chong-wei with a cheap point.
6, 7.
Bryce Levedez looking confident though, looking relaxed. We see him in mid-game intervals and taking a look at the camera and showing us a smile. It's just hope he keeps his concentration as well, because he's playing a very high level of men's singles for him at the moment, Bryce Levedez.
Perfect play. Perfect play. The side drift takes it a little bit in. I think maybe it started on just on the side of that line.
Yeah, absolutely. It came off his racket and I expected it to go wide, but the drift bringing it back into court. Chong-wei not seemingly learning from his experience on court here and adapting to the conditions.
But he's playing a great tactical game, Bryce Levedez. Absolutely magnificent.
There it goes again, Bryce Levedez. He's got some support behind him. He's finger in the air and pointing to the crowd somewhere. Great smash down the line from Bryce Levedez. Oh, what a performance, Steen. It's a bit early to say this, but we might be in for an upset here.
The problem is that it can be really tough to gear up when you started a little bit low, or been a little bit nervous and affected by the situation. And because Chong-wei, he knows that he's not got that many chances left for a world title. Have to make the most of the ones that are left, but he's also been handed a tough draw with Chen Long in his quarter. But right now, I mean, Levedez is outplaying him. here in the first part of the second game, and the only one to do something about that is Cheng Wei himself, and he's got to play faster, he's got to play better.
Yeah, Chong Wei, it seems, is struggling a little in defence at times against this man today. And also some of Chong Wei's defensive shots going out of the court. I would simply take the attack to Bryce Levedez. Turn things up a gear and really have a go. Look at that, the deception was good, but Bryce Levedez's quality of shot on that net.
Yeah, but it wasn't
equal
good.
to it.
It wasn't good. It was terrible because it lost him the initiative. He was controlling the rally, and when he played that low deception, he lost the initiative of the rally. And that's exactly what's been the problem when he's been playing Chong Wei and Chen Long and Lin Dan.
So he should have, Steen, just taken the shuttle early and kept moving Bryce around instead.
Yeah, it's not efficient. Levedez has been doing his homework. He knows what kind of shots Cheng Wei is making, and that seems like a really shaken Malaysian player, and I think the coaches are a little bit affected as well.
Well, look at Bryce Levedez. He's looking confident. He's happy out there. Without a coach also.
11-6.
And all the pressure, all the expectation on Lee Chong Wei, the number 2 seed. I like what you said, Steen, about starting from a low position. Oh, that one looked in to me, Steen. I don't know about you.
We're simply too far away to be able to judge correctly.
Yeah, absolutely right. So Hawkeye will confirm it for us. Was that lift from Levedez in?
No, it was not.
No.
Yeah.
Good judgment, Chong Wei.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 7-11. Play.
Steen, I like what you were saying there about how do you pick yourself up when you start from a low position. It's almost impossible, surely, to let your performance drop and then pick it back up again.
It takes some effort, and in my experience, it's always better to just play as good as you can from the beginning. It will, in the end, save you energy. Beautiful net play.
Service over. 12-8.
Well, look at Bryce Levedez enjoying things out there.
9 points away from one of the biggest sensations in the last couple of years.
Look at Levedez working so hard.
And he's got good shot quality. Perfect play. What a great rally this is.
Well, look at Chong Wei up from the floor in defence, though. It's going wide, surely, yes. Good judgment, unfortunate for Levedez. Great defence at times from Chong Wei.
Service over. 9-12.
Well, if this is the quality we might come to expect in this match, I do hope it goes to 3, Steen. This is incredible badminton.
Yeah, and could this rally be the kickstarter of Cheng Wei's comeback in this match?
Thank you.
Hasn't played that much over the summer. Bryce Levedez played the Indonesia Open, Thailand Open, and US Open.
Yeah, not with any tremendous results either, if I remember rightly.
Quarterfinal in Thailand as his best.
Yeah, certainly his most...
He is dominating the net.
14, 9.
Well, that layoff from Chong Wei just had too much air on it. It took too much time. It lacked the quality to become anything more than average. It wasn't effective. And Lebedes pounced on the opportunity to take the initiative with that tight spinning net shot and a great smash.
14, 9.
5 points the lead. Unbelievable performance so far in this match from Bryce Lebedes. Oh, good length from a tight shot again, and Bryce Lebedes follows up with a straight smash.
They're delighted.
Absolutely.
Those two supporters there.
Well, how did he get a length off that net shot from Chong Wei? He took it off the tape and it was almost inch perfect to the back line. Big smash as well, Steen. 384 kilometers an hour.
Chong Wei.
Actually, that he actually sliced it just a little bit because it stopped ahead of Chong Wei's defense, and it's gone wide. This is
16.
perhaps one of the last times that we could see Chong Wei, unless he's going to make a remarkable comeback.
Out. Service over. 10, 16.
Wide the flick serve.
Well, this could be one of the biggest upsets in badminton in recent years. Better play from Chong Wei.
11, 16.
I mean, so far there's nothing that indicates that Chong Wei should have something to turn this match around. Two good shots here and there, but
16.
an overall plan that's needed. But let's see, 3 points here in a row for him. Good net play, good lift.
And that's going wide. It was a great net from Bryce.
Service over. 17.
Steen, Chong Wei is far from the form we saw him in at the All England Championships just a couple of months or a few months back. That was one of the best tournaments I've seen him play in recent years anyway. He was looking confident all the way through that tournament, but
I prefer to praise Bryce Lebedes because he has created this match. He has played positive badminton, created his own luck. Is it enough to beat the second seeds in this tournament? We can say, even though what happens here, we can say Lee Chong Wei, he's a sure legend. But 4 points away now. Very, very interesting.
Well, I think if it's going to happen for Bryce Lebedes, it needs to be soon. He needs to keep this momentum up and close this match out, because if he lets Lee Chong Wei here get back into this game, who knows what's going to happen in the third. Well, he's doing it, Steen, and look at the faces of everybody we're seeing on camera watching this match. Great smash onto the right hip of Chong Wei. And look at him, brimming with confidence. And it's getting under the skin of Chong Wei.
Service over. 14, 18.
net exchange again, and what a backhand from Bryce.
That was pushing his luck a little bit.
Yeah, I think
that net shot there.
A bit of overconfidence perhaps, but well, I just don't know, Steen. You can never write off a player like Lee Chong-wei, surely, but
no, it's far from over.
Yeah, good net play again.
That's the way to do it.
That's much better from Lee Chong-wei.
That's the way to do it.
16.
What a match.
18.
Well, this is what we're all here to see. One of the legends
Yeah, and
of
sometimes
men's singles, and he's struggling out here, and the tension's building.
Yeah, sometimes if he's been too tense before this match, if the expectations have been too much, then when you're far behind, then suddenly, okay, doesn't really matter, everything's lost, so you can... Good flick serve here, and he's back in it. He's back in it. He was down 16-9.
18.
Well, Bryce gambled on the short serve. The good flick was deceptive from Chong-wei. He's 1 point from catching this Frenchman.
But he has to keep on going. He can't relax. Good net play, that's going to go wide. He's not taking any chances.
Absolutely right, and with this slight drift in the arena, I don't blame him for finishing that shuttle.
18. All.
Can you imagine what would have happened if the drift had brought that back in to land on the line? Well played, Chong-wei, not taking any chances. Oh, there's that flick serve again. Good fighting defence from Bryce Leverdes, but the error. Forehand defence, Chong-wei.
19. 18.
Well, he's back in this match.
6 points in a row now.
Well, who knows, a moment ago we were calling for one of the biggest upsets in badminton history, and somehow he's fought back.
And it seems like it's a different player. I think he's been so tensed, Chong-wei, and so full of nerves and the burden of expectation on him. And also, I think maybe perhaps since Bryce Leverdes tried that really difficult drop shot from almost just above the floor, he's been trailing. And maybe the magnitude of what he was about to accomplish sort of dawned on him.
Yeah, it could be, but I think also what you were saying earlier, Steen, Lee Chong-wei needs to realise what he's doing and really find a game that's going to be effective. He was too passive, too confident, making bad choices, and now it's a simple case of work really hard and get the benefits from your attack.
From the development here, I don't think he was too confident. I think he was really nervous. Because had it been confidence, he would have been able to gear up earlier, in my opinion.
So what you're saying is what we saw was perhaps an overconfidence, a kind of uncertainty in your ability.
Uncertainty, where do I stand?
Yes.
And an opponent who has played really well and is still just 3 points away from the victory. Very good service.
20. All.
Well, this Frenchman, Bryce Leverdes, is dangerous, that's for sure. Playing the way he has done throughout this match, you have to applaud Bryce Leverdes for what he's come to this point. Can he close this out against, well, 3 years running BWF Player of the Year, Lee Chong-wei? Bryce Levedez.
21-20.
Another fantastic exchange of net shots. And it's Bryce Levedez with the ambition, the confidence to pounce on something that was hardly a loose net shot.
Yeah, now it's down to luck. I mean, it's 1 point.
Well, I'm full of nerves myself, sitting here commentating. Lee Chong-wei might still be going out of this tournament. Great pick-up, Chong-wei on the floor.
It's going wide.
It's going wide, yes, from Bryce Levedez. Great lead from Chong-wei.
So that's the first match point. Excellent rally. There's some
Quick one.
fantastic net exchanges.
You know, Steen, it might just be exactly what Chong-wei needs in this tournament, that level of expectation you mentioned, to have a match like this, if he comes through it, to shake off all of those nerves and realise that he's just got to get back to playing good attacking badminton. What a net shot, return of serve from Bryce Levedez. Chong-wei reeling back in the court to pick up any kind of smash. Levedez went for the body.
21.
But the follow-up was good, and he's got a second match point, Steen. Match point number 2, Bryce Levedez. Oh, good net shot, the lift off the tape.
Good wide.
Oh, it's going to be a challenge. Well, Steen calls it wide.
Lee Chong-wei challenge.
It always was going to be a challenge. Well, who can call it instantly? The line judge said wide. My co-commentator here, Steen, said wide. Lee Chong-wei, one of the legends of the sport, going out of the World Championships based on this decision. It's in! Unbelievable!
Challenge successful.
It's millimeters that keeps Lee Chong-wei in this World Championship tournament for at least some rallies.
I don't believe it, Steen.
How can Bryce Levedez sort of regroup from this? He thought he'd won the match. He thought he'd created the sensation.
Service over. 22 all.
22 all.
Well, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, but how this draw would have opened up at the bottom if Chong-wei had gone out on that moment.
22.
That looked like a mental shot. That looked like a mental shot.
Absolutely. The pressure. Such a psychological battle now at this stage. Oh, and he's fallen apart. Bryce Levedez, 2 unforced errors in a row. And he's let Lee Chong-wei back into this match.
Won by Lee Chong-wei. 24-22. 1 game all.
Well, it's far from over yet. Steen, we've got a third and final deciding game yet, but what a performance to this point by Bryce Levedez. And it seemed like at the crucial moment, Lee Chong-wei, realising what he was about to do, he had to give it everything, and he did. He came back, he found a way back into this match.
Yeah, and I mean, I actually think there's not that much neither Miss Bunsidek or Hendroven can say to Lee Chong-wei, because it's pretty obvious that he played with a totally different urgency and pace from being down 16-9, 18-13 all credit still to this man in the picture.
Pas itu servis sebelah 1-3-5 nih, servinya ke bagian aja. Kalau saya lihat ke tengah ya, dia macam ini berapa kali. Sini servinya ke sana, ini ke sana. Sini.
A lot of directions about the service apparently, but I think it's a mental game. The way he let loose Lee Chong-wei, firing on all cylinders, indicated that he sort of played with the handbrake on for part of the game, but that was also due to the fantastic play of Brice Livadès, who put the pressure on Chong-wei. Third and final game. What a match.
1-love.
It was the third loose shot from Livadès since the Hawkeye challenge. Fourth.
2-love. Service over. 1-2.
Stayed on Chong-wei's side. Important for Livadès to sort of take his time here in the beginning of the second game, because you can see that
3-1.
he hasn't really put that end of second game away yet. Still in what-if mode. So if he can sort of
Service over. 2-3.
just take his time, not get too far behind here, and then say, okay, I'm still in it, I'm still in it. And I'm sure that when he saw the draw, he would have gladly taken a third game against Chong-wei. It was just that he was inches away from victory. Gone long.
Service over. 3-4.
I think Chong-wei, the last part of the second game, showed him how to do it, and he's sort of fallen down in pace again, but maybe that's needed after surviving
5-3.
2 match points.
There's that deception you mentioned, Steen, where he has no reason to play the delay and lose the initiative.
Yeah. Actually, that shot actually worked, but Brice played it back well.
Yeah, well left, Brice Livadès.
5-all.
And that's a good start again for Livadès, playing to 5-5 after the way he lost the second game. So he's still in it with a chance to win this match. He's got to remind himself that he played way better than Lee Chong-wei up until 18-13.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like a chance to regroup and restart. Chong-wei will be feeling a little more confident after the end of that second game, no doubt. Bryce Levedez needs to keep believing in himself and keep playing the way he was playing throughout most of those first two games.
Service over, 6-all.
Great cross block from Chong Wei.
7-6.
Well, this is more like the Chong Wei we are used to seeing. He put everything into that follow-up from that cross block. Great pickup. It was a great smash from Levedez, but incredible defense from Chong Wei this time.
Service over, 7-all.
Well, opting for the deceptive straight slice, didn't find the court. Cat and mouse really at the beginning of this third game, Steen. It's going to take until we get to somewhere near 18 all before things start getting in these two players' heads, I think. Yeah, Bryce Levedez coming out of that backhand corner. He had to gamble one way or the other. The lift was so short. Chong Wei may have even had time to spot which way Levedez was going.
Yeah, there's no doubt that he's been aware.
Well, there again, he's finding a lot of success with that forehand cross-court slice.
Yeah, exactly, and there were signs already in the first game that that was a good spot. But didn't have the net game to create proper chances for himself in the first game.
That one drifts wide.
11-7, interval.
In a matter of just moments, we go from 7-all through to a Chong Wei lead mid-game in the third. 11-7 and the change of ends.
Satu dia tak suka pakai overhead, dia suka pakai backhand. Jadi senang sikit kat situ. Jadi bola dia kalau nak kena pusingkan kepada backhand dia, dia jaga tengah, dia boleh dapat bola-bola yang keluar tu. Jadi kalau ni tadi.
Well, how much do you think Steen is in this change of ends? Bryce Levedez is going to be on the side of the court where he's had more success throughout this match.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach.
Yeah.
11-7.
And should help Levedez's attack, but also give the opportunity for Chong Wei to push his clears and lifts a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Chong Wei using that flick serve a lot more at the end of that second game, and to quite a lot of success.
Service over, 8-11.
Good shot.
Great cross-court drop from Bryce Levedez.
9-11.
A shot that Chong Wei's been using to a lot of good effect from this side of the court in particular. Well, massive support from the French in the crowd here in Glasgow. Oh, what a return of Surstein. That smash straight into the body of Bryce Levedez. Oh, that flat lift. That's nowhere near the height or length it needed.
No, and it's beginning to become crucial for Levedez now to get back into this match. Oi. Excellent rally.
Absolutely, that stop drop from Chong Wei used in
14,
consecutive rallies.
9.
Clever from the Malaysian to mix things up the way he's doing.
Race quicker.
You could argue, Steen, if these two players were totally even in their badminton, then the experience of Lee Chong Wei might shine through here. In situations like that, just mixing up the attack in that kind of way.
Experience is a funny thing. It's something about how much you make from your experience. It's how much do you think and combine the things that you experience and learn from it. That's really, really important. Some players get it at a young age and some never gets it.
Play.
Well, Levedez with a little luck off the net cord. Not the same level of luck for Chong Wei this time, and it's Levedez that's clawed back a 5-point deficit to 3 points.
Wide.
Service over, 15-11. Service over, 12.
Well, short,
15.
sharp rallies, the points racking up. Still 3 points the gap. Good smash down the line from Levedez.
Excellent.
13.
confident follow-up from Levedez.
Luck of the net court. Talk about that.
14.
Well, Levedez
15.
gesturing the apology, but a massive smile on his face at the same time.
But it seems like Chong Wei has stiffened again. Well, maybe a little harsh to say after a net court like that, which no one could have returned. Got to gear up. That's on the line.
I know what you mean, Steen. Such a close contest now.
15. All.
Chong Wei leaving the shuttle in the way he just did then.
Yeah.
No real excuse for that. He was there in position. It wasn't drift. It was too fast a flat shot. I don't know why you'd leave a shuttle like that. And again, look how
16.
relaxed he was in
15.
return of serve gain. He's just given away a 5-point lead, and suddenly Levedez is back in front.
Put that away.
What a smash. Not just the power, but the steepness of it. See where it landed.
16. All. Quick one, quick.
I wonder if we can get a graphic or a note of how fast that smash was. We all know Chong Wei is one of the hardest hitters.
Oh, it hit the net court as well.
Ah, that's why it fell so steep.
Uncourt.
Got deflected just a little bit.
Shot. Unbelievable, it's still going from Chong Wei. Surely not.
It's gone wide.
Yes, it's gone wide. Chong Wei comes out of a tremendous rally. What defence. That brings me back to that shot from Hans Christian Vittinghus. When was it seen?
Exactly. He's got to pay royalty to Vittinghus.
16.
He's learned that from him.
He was his opponent that day, right?
Yeah, it was at the US Open final.
US Open final, that's right. Well, if Chong Wei comes through this match, he'll have to tip his cap to Vittinghus after that shot.
Challenge. I think it was on the line, but I also think that Luis Levedez looks a bit tired at the moment.
Well, no surprise. You could see the emotion he's been putting into this match throughout all 3 games. Levedez means so much to him. And that was out.
All out.
Wow, look how close.
Yeah, he would have liked to switch that for the one in the second game at 22-21.
Well, absolutely. That was, what, 2 millimeters?
And maybe this could change the momentum as well for the Frenchman.
Service over. 17 all.
First to 4 points.
Play.
Well, not many flick serves in the match, but it seems at the crucial times towards the end of that second game, and now again at the end of the third.
But I think the tension is back with Chong Wei now. Can he survive one more?
Well, he seemed to play better, Steen, when the tension was on at the end of that second.
No, the tension was off there. He was letting everything go.
I see. Yes, you're absolutely right. Tightened up, look at that.
19.
Straight slice round the head. wide.
20, match point 17.
Oh, the momentum swinging again. Bryce Levedes, quick serve, serving at match point. And he's done it! Well, the crowd on their feet. Levedes on his knees. What has this man just done? What a performance. You've got to say, Steen, fully deserved.
Absolutely magnificent performance by Bryce Levedes. He put on the pressure from the beginning.
21-19,
One of the tournament favourites, Lee Chong-wei, didn't let him get his game going.
Absolute delight for Bryce Levedes. He's come through against one of the best singles players there's ever been. 3 games, 21-19, 22-24, 21-17, the winning point there from Bryce Levedes. Heartbreak for Lee Chong-wei, the number 2 seed, and a man that's been so close on so many occasions in major tournaments is out in round 1 of the World Championships. But you have to say, fully deserved for Bryce Levedes. He'll proceed through to the second round. Well, so many key points, but let's take a look at just some of the action over the course of that match.